Hey guys, it's Eva. So we are back with Arienne, and we are now ready to go on down to Gilded Vale. So here we are, and here's the road south. Let's head to Gilded Vale and see if we can get cured of this sickness that we have where we see hallucinations. Definitely blaming the concussion for now. It will take us 8 hours to complete our journey. I think that's fine. There's a windmill and some ruins. This looks kind of like an abandoned place. Is this Gilded Vale?
Rest is in order?
Yeah, rest is probably in order. So we're now in Gilded Vale. I'm still sneaky because, you know, being sneaky is always fun. But it's daylight. It's raining. Oh, I don't like it when it's raining. It's so gloomy. Okay, so we can't go around, so I guess we'll just go straight. This must be the road into Gilded Vale. So it looks like it's pretty defensible position if you had to build a town here. You know, there's only the one way in. Oh, good lord. Are those bodies? I want to go back into the woods.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
Yes, you've had some recent vacancies here. Do you welcome everyone this way? Are you mad? No wonder the place looks half empty. I feel at home already. I might reconsider your lord's offer. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm really tempted to say I feel at home already. I probably shouldn't. I mean, I do seriously wonder this. Like, why are you killing everyone in your town? That seems like a horrible decision on your part, but I'm doing it. I feel at home already.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever conceived a Hollowborn child?
What are you talking about? Yeah, definitely, what are you talking about, mate? Also, there was no reaction at all to that. Okay, what are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village.
I don't think I've ever had a child without a soul.
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
On the tree. Okay. I'm thinking we might not want to make our permanent home here. Like, maybe we'll just head on down the road. Bye-bye.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
I mean, I do need some help. That tree over there. Ah yes, not everyone has accepted the measures necessary to keep the village safe. Ever since Lord Radric banished the mothers of the Hollowborn, some have taken up arms against him, and while he's been searching for a cure, he's beset with frauds and opportunists. We've had ciphers, wizards, and animancers come through town taking the Lord's coin and promising to end the course. Lord Radric finally decided to make an example of all those who profit from our tragedy. The latest was an animancer from the Valayan Republics who claimed to know the techniques that none of us had seen. By now we've seen it all. still don't think you should just leave them there. Let's continue asking questions. You said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy before. I forgot that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. Children born without souls. That does sound pretty bad. Not gonna lie. Pitiful dumb things that breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say they are a disease. Some say they are punishment from the gods. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Widewind's Legacy has stuck in honor of the foul, blasphemous pretender. I don't really like Ugritte here. He doesn't seem so great to me. Lord Radric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. Does he, or does he only until you're the next guy swinging from the tree? No. I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. Trespassing on Iguithan ruins is illegal. New ritual just to appease the gods. People try anything. Okay, I mean, I don't think so, but he doesn't sound open to reason or discussing this any further, so we're just gonna go, maybe so. Like I said, it's best to stay away from those sorts of places. I've been feeling strange. Yes, I have been feeling strange. Ever since a close call with the Buick. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Sure.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Goodbye.
Keep out of
someplace.
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
I think I want to go back to being a smuggler now. What do you mean? What happened? Don't threaten me. I'd say that, but he's got thugs to back him up, and... What happened? Does this affect the Lord's offer for new settlers? Okay, goodbye. So, here we are, in Gilded Vale. He's got 2 thugs and himself. I probably shouldn't just kill him, although I feel like the people might thank me for that, you know? I guess we'll go look around. There's a lot to look at. That's the road we came down. Now we're here with the scary tree. Ingrid's house, windmill, road east, blacksmith, road south, Aloth and Eder. Road west, the Black Hound Inn. Oh, that's where the chef is from! Ah, we can go there and say hi to him. Afra's house. Well, let's go meet the neighbors. No. Okay, sure. I still like being sneaky. I probably shouldn't be sneaky around town, but, you know. Settler's Arrow. They know I'm here anyway. What if Kolsk? Who's Kolsk? You mad? Leave it for indoors. Kolsk must be trying to murder this dude. I've been seeing more bandits. You have been. I took out a group. Crops are blighted and the legacy is upon us. This place is cursed. Uh-huh. I hear they fended off another attack on Lord Radric's keep. Ooh, it's a child. Ooh, there's a dude with armor. Maybe we should talk to him. Thale Phalon. Ah, yes. Reach out for the soul. See a pennant waving tall and sluggish in the wind, a rising sun embroidered on the banner, the vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, if restrained. Their armor has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal. At their head stands a commander, awkward in full armor, yet determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist to his mouth, his countenance grim. He throws up a hand, halting his troop. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder, deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, necks twisting to see the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise from the ground as Stygian clouds race toward them overhead. The soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on his troop. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack. That's intense. Unfortunately, it doesn't talk to me. I can just, talk to his soul. So, I guess maybe this is part of the, I see weird things. Ooh, I found something. Ooh. 2 potions of Spirit Shield, Bloodstone, Amethyst, and a bunch of money. Nobody complains. We can go down there. Temple of Aothus. Looks like a ruin. I don't like to go in ruins. I saw someone go into the temple, but Papa says we're not supposed to. Okay, well, we're gonna listen to your Papa and not go in the temple ourselves, at least just yet. Let's go check out the blacksmith. I always like the blacksmiths. Maybe he'll have something good for us. Maybe we can sell him stuff. Oh, that's the road south. We could just leave, although I have a feeling that the story would kind of end if we just left. Used to have a lot more fortune tellers come through, but Lord Radric had them chase them off. That's very sad. We can go to Margaren's Fork. Okay, well, we'll continue around. I feel bad that they chased off all the fortune tellers, right? That's kind of sad. Ah, they have green names. The green names are the people we get all those stories from. That's cool. Oh, we can look at the wheat. Despite the rains, the stalk is dry and stiff as a locust husk. Uh-oh. That's probably bad for the crops, right? We can go to Margaren's Fork. As much as I'd like to just walk away from this incredibly creepy village, bad news. Yeah, we did hear the bells and we agree it's probably bad news. Poor Afra is worried about her child. Well, I can see why. You live in a town where they randomly hang people from a tree. I'd be worried about everything. Not just my future kid. I'd be worried about literally everything. Or we can go to the Eastern Wood. We're exploring. I like exploring. Yeah, we did hear the bells. Okay. Well, we're not getting much out of this. Moo cow. Bunch of cows. That's good. Maybe they have another source of food other than that bad wheat. Is this a smithy? It has a lot of smoke. Yeah, that's a smithy. Stairs. Go around back. Just check everything out. You know, I want to get to know the locals just in case I have to leave in a hurry. Because, well, oh good, there's stuff to take. There's a chance that they might try to hang me. I don't know, I talked to ghosts. It seems like for these guys, it seems like it might be a legitimate reason to hang people. That's the road east. So we can either take the road south or the road east. But we cannot take the road southeast. The road north is the road we came down on. This was probably still the road east. We'll just check it, yeah. Okay. So let's see here. It's an interesting little city. Town, village, village, vale, vale. That's the right name for it. It is, not as hospitable as one might have dreamed of when one thought about moving here. There's something up there. Let's go take that. Then we'll come back and go in the smithy. In terms of a place to move and settle down, the Blackhound Inn is a fine place to sit and have a smoke. Okay. I don't smoke, but, you know. Good to know. It was this way. That thing we were looking for. Oh. Oh, oh. We know there's more grain in there, Trumbull. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. Oh dear. The first of you drunkards comes through that door gets a shot between the eyes. God hear me, Swenner, I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads, but we'll be back, Trumbull, and we'll have fair prices or by the flame we'll have a reckoning. Oh dear. It looks like they're mad at the miller. Task against the grain. Investigate the feud. Why would I do that?
Quietly now.
I went up to pick a mushroom. I went up to pick this mushroom up here. That's all I wanted. Should we go in? Well, let's case the joint first. I don't want a shot between the eyes. Maybe I should just stay out of other people's business. We're totally gonna go in. An elven man stands before you, his relatively stocky build suggesting a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn and his eyes are wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter it. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life. I don't like being threatened, but I'm also not here to hurt anyone. Miller hesitates and then lowers his club a fraction. Who are you? Is Swenner roping foreigners into his little crusade now? Who's Swenner? What was all that ruckus outside? My name is Arienne. Well, he asked who I am, so I'm going to say it. You've picked a bad time to come visiting. Gilded Vale has had all the shine scraped off. Just a big dung heap now, and Swenner thinks he's the king of it. They're all of them mad. Well, why are you still here? What was all that ruckus outside? Who is Swenner? I mean, obviously one of the shouting people. But who is he? The dwarf, the one standing out there spreading lies among the villagers. Been here for decades now, and he hasn't gotten any kinder with time. Okay. What was all that ruckus outside? Swenner's whipped them up into a froth, going on about grain stores. Claims I've hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell what comes out to the of the mill. Most of it goes back to the Black Hound on the west side of town for ale. Swenner and his lot sure don't mind that part. You take a look at the fields on the way into town. The crop is blighted, and most of what I'm getting from the farmers has gone off and rotted through. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough good grain for go around. Swenner's howling after things he's got no right to. Well, if he's a farmer, then it's his wheat, but I don't know. I had other questions. Well, I have more questions about that. So, that seems like a pretty clean story for a messy situation. It's not. Look, Swenner's always been rotten. With stores so limited, maybe I saved the good stuff for people who deserve it. Oh dear. Well, no, but you shouldn't let anyone starve if you can help it. Do the villagers know about the grain supply? Some. The innkeeper? I wouldn't drink the ale. Okay. Maybe I ought to go have a talk. I don't know. I feel like he might not be totally honest. I don't like being threatened. Should we say it? Nah, I'll be going. Shh. Let's see if we can discover anything about your mill. Rancid stench rises from this grain. It's mushy and mottled with green. He's selling bad flour? My father's a good man. He's always done right by the town. Father can explain better what just happened here. Not entirely sure. Oh, that has a mask on it. That's probably bad. That means if I steal it, they'll catch me and try to send me to the cops. I don't want to steal from them, so we won't steal. I don't want to be a thief. I'm a smuggler, not a thief. There's something of a difference, I promise. Back out we go. Let's go to the blacksmith. That was the plan before we got roped into that. Just out of curiosity, what does our journal look like? Against the grain. It seems that tensions between the miller and some local farmers have reached a boiling point. It may be worth investigating. I've spoken to Trumbull the miller. He fears his family will come under attack from a group of villagers who insist that he is charging them unjust prices for grain. He asked me to speak with Swenner. Swenner is likely to be at the inn. We also have late for dinner. We have to speak with the innkeeper. I guess we're going to be headed to the inn. That seems like we are not going to have a choice. We're going to go to the inn. So, I wanted to go check out the smithy first, and then we'll go up and around to the inn. There's a guard. There's some people with stories. The pages of sales are mostly empty. That seems quite distressing, really. Let's talk to him. This Ao Mao man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is a dusky blue of the deep oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. He's a blacksmith. Of course he's muscle. Small ears from his square-jawed face, coated or in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome! You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I offer you? I assume this is his shop, but is it? That it is. Been here near on 20 years now. Seen all manner of things over the years, good luck and bad. He glances at the guard standing along the wall. But the Blackhammer Smithery remains. What do you have here? You come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be, but we've got fine weapons and armor to offer yet, all forged right here at the Black Hammer. What happened? I like questions. We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near on a week now, and haven't seen any sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road east is crawling with them. Or my workers ran off with the wagons themselves, maybe, to make some coin. As if that lot would dare. Okay, so bandits are clearly a problem. Looks like we're gonna become bandit hunters instead of settling down in Gilded Vale. Because I don't want to settle down anywhere there's a tree where they just hang people and display them. If you happen to be headed east, maybe you could keep an eye out for my supply wagon. They'd be cutting through the Black Meadow. Only good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to Lord Radric, and that is as it should be. But that doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. Where was this wagon traveling from? We send the wagon up to New Helmer with weapons, and it swings back down through Logholm and the likes to purchase supplies. Shortest route back is through the Black Meadow, then north through the wilds. Had a trader come through with word that they've made it to Logholm, but haven't heard a thing since. I'll find your supplies. I'm willing to do that. I found the cook. You have my thanks. You bring those supplies back and I'll have plenty more to offer you. A discount to start. Oh, and if you find my workers, tell them they'd better hurry up or they can take up farming instead. I like the blacksmith. He seems like a friendly guy. First person I've met here that I'm happy to meet. Okay, so it looks like we're not going to get anything from the blacksmith until we can look around, though. See what... There's some shields. There's a smith. If you want to buy something, speak to the blacksmith. Bellows. The bellows sigh into the furnace and the coals burn brighter still. Ooh. Oh, and it's not, bad. I can take it. Daily Affirmations of Focus and Efficiency. It's a book! All errors can be reforged into lessons. Abaddon rebuilt himself from ruin. No setback is insurmountable, not even death itself, so long as the soul is dedicated to the task. I like this book. Work hard, work well. Abaddon demands only honest labor and forthright service. All errors can be reforged if your first intentions are pure. I like this book. We'll take that book. anything else I can take? Apparently not. There's a guard and a commoner. Dented and dull, these swords look pretty... So there really is nothing. That involves stealing. I don't want to steal from the only nice person I've ever met, which is the blacksmith. You hear those bells? Guess it's bad news. It usually is. Apparently they're used to bad news here. Alright. Okay, so we've checked out the blacksmith. We haven't been in Ingrid's house or Aphra's house. Oh, she's the one who's expecting. Maybe we'll talk to her. She might have some insight. Maybe. And then we'll go check out the inn. We are supposed to eventually rest here, I guess, in order to advance the story based on the diary. Get some rest. Okay, so we have to rest here. Also, we are exhausted and down on health, so we really should rest here. Ooh, I can take whatever's in there. An ale and 2 beer. Okay. Not gonna complain. That looks like Springberry of the Protect You from the Rumbling Rot. It is. I'm getting good at identifying plants. Oh, we can take whatever's in here. Goldenrod shoe. It's nice that nobody minds me just taking stuff, you know? More Springberry? Yep, more Springberry. That's good. I do have to figure out how to craft it. There was a ghost. Okay, the village itself is haunted. That is a teensy bit freaky. I mean, not at all surprising, given that the whole deal with everyone here is hang them on trees, but a little bit freaky. I wonder if everyone else can see the ghost or if it's just me. Alright. We've got some more people. Lots of villagers. You can go in this house. Go in the house. We will not steal from these people. They do have a sack of grain, though. It's riddled with rats. That doesn't sound so good. Rats are bad. Alright. Away, dull care, leaving our troubles behind us. I fear those that lie ahead. We'll go up and visit Aphra and see if she has any advice on this whole situation with the miller and the grain and all that. She's been mentioned by a bunch of people, so seems like someone we should visit. More villagers. First we'll go behind. See if there's anything good. Zolax the Usurper. Yeah. My guess? He usurped someone's position. Or he wouldn't have that name. This is Aphra's house. Let's see what she has to say. Ooh, she has a kitty! Pet the kitty. A dear Woodian woman is standing in front of the fireplace humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps her unborn child, for she is quite clearly pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Hello.
Well, I was finally starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise once she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. Can I help you? Nice cat. You have a nice cat. I like cats. Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. Keeps the house clear of mice, too. Who were you expecting? Oh, dear. My sister Kalisha is traveling with one of the caravans. She sent a letter before she came. Said she was going to pay her way by working as a guard for a caravan. She always was a tough one. I don't suppose you've seen her on the road, or the caravan, perhaps. It was Master Audimus. Oh, no. Oh, dear. I was with that caravan. I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. I don't know that she needs to know how... I think we just say I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kalisha was always so certain she could take on any danger. Sad. So this must be the sister that Kalisha mentioned she thought you needed help. It's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not some small favor. She's worried about the baby and Widewind's legacy. She told Kalisha as much as she could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless. Oh dear. Lord Redrick has exiled all of the mothers, and without her husband, she doesn't know how she'd manage if she lost her home. Oh my god, this poor woman! I think we need to help her. I mean, I feel sorry for her. I hoped Kalisha could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollowborn, but she moved south to Aslong's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me, but I don't have anyone else now. Please, can you help me? Yes, I'll do that. I'll find Ranga. Oh, she gave me money to pay her. Well, I don't need to... Hopefully I just go find a potion. This is probably going to involve me going on, like, an epic quest for potion ingredients or something, but... It's what they call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there, which is what keeps her from trying it herself. Okay. Well... Worn dog-eared book. Titled Travels Upon Silda Sea. There's an etched illustration of a vast, fine-finned leviathan. Wow. So she likes to read. I'm not going to steal stuff from her. That would be wrong. Oh dear. Well, we found Kalisha's sister. I guess she can't help me with the wheat problem. Maybe I should try talking to her again. Just in case. You know, I don't want to leave any stone unturned.
Hello.
Any chance you could tell me a few things about Gilded Vale? Tell me about the village. We're farmers mostly, but there's always been work opportunity for people coming in from elsewhere. In the old days, at least, the Blackhammer Smithery's been here for a long time. We've been there. Then there's the Black Hound, just a ways south of here. I have to admit, she doesn't go out much anymore. With that horrible tree hanging out there, things aren't like they used to be. Whose lands are these? The Radrick family has held the title over these lands for generations. Their keep is northeast of here, past the Eastern Wood. I wouldn't go near, mind. He doesn't see visitors or petitioners. Not these days. Some people say, well, that there's some bad seeds in that line. A weaker soul. Maybe that's why. Well, never mind. I'm sure Lord Radrick has his reasons. I guess I don't have any more questions. Okay. So, we got a quest and she couldn't help me with the whole wheat thing, but that's okay. We'll figure it out.
Not a sound.
Let's see what we've got here. Looks like we get into the inn by going up the stairs. That seems fine. I can do that. I guess we'll go into the inn. Let's go up those stairs and get into the inn. Alrighty. Down we go. We have some drunkards telling jokes. Oh, and we have the Black Hound itself. I think I came in the back door by accident. Oh. It's looking for someone. We'll pet it. It tail thumps happily against the floorboards. Like dog. Bones are covered in tiny bite marks. This is not as in good repair as I was anticipating. Right? Like all this rubble on the floor? Not so good. But we can unlock that.
It's no trouble. Hope that helps.
And we can take stuff out of it without, Ooh, a hat! Like the other hat. Okay, we'll take the stuff. Without apparently... Oh, there's something up there. Oh, there's a smutty drawing back there. I guess somebody doesn't like Radric very much. The Deerwood, Part 1, Early Colonial History. That's a long book. We'll take that for future reading. And some lockpicks. Lockpicks are always good. I didn't realize I was going to be allowed to loot the place. Cool. That's red. I probably can't unlock it. But I can take whatever's on this shelf. Apparently this person doesn't mind if I take their book, 10 Years of Dawn. That's also a long book. Again, take it for future reading. That lock is red, unlike the last lock, so I probably shouldn't try to just take it. Are flawed. There are roaches over there. Are flawed. Oh, are flawed's hearing spirits? Oh, okay, our flood's just a drunk. Okay. That was getting interesting, and then, you know. We've got colorful people. I get the tips, too? Sweet! And one of the tips is a scroll of Fan of Flames. I'm not gonna complain about that. Well, they keep this area a little better. There's Swenner. Should we hear his side of the story? Probably. Bottle of milk and some grain.
Hail and well met.
Don't know who you are and don't care much. Keep walking, we're not here to chat with foreigners. I saw you outside of the mill. What's that all about? Someone fancy... Well, yeah, I am a meddler. Trumbull thinking he's king of the town on account he's got the mill to his name. It's about him barely giving us anything for the wheat we bring him and then cutting our purses when we need to buy grain. It's about farmers growing hungry while somebody gets rich off their crops. Now shove off. What's it look like we're doing? Drinking. So if we buy them drinks, we can get them to talk. The waiter is busy. That makes a great deal of sense. Some kind of brown slop is congealing in the dishes. It smells burnt. Oh, there's Pasca. She's the chef lady. And there's Tenfrith. There's the dwarf we rescued. We're gonna talk to him. Ah, it's you, my savior! It's so good to be back! The chef. Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my closely guarded secrets, my dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. A savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. Oh, cool, we got a savory pie. Let's talk to Pasca. He said to talk to Pasca, so we'll do that.
Welcome.
Hello and welcome to the... Oh, it's you! Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. I'd like to know more about the Black Hound. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound is fairly new. We get a lot of new faces in here, too. Fewer than we used to, I'll admit. Oh, we gained a lot of experience. Tenfrith's the big draw. I'm sure we'll get the crowds back again in no time. She used to work the tables, actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. Even his poor hound was left behind. That's the name, see? The Black Hound. Oh, the doggie's missing him. Place ended up in my hands somehow. My very own inn. A lot of hard work, but it's been worth it so far. Owning your own business is like that, I hear. Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by a good meal today unless you're fond of cold porridge. Should we buy a round for them? We can hire mercenaries, buy stuff, or, well, we are supposed to rest. So what we'll do is we'll rest, and then we will move on, and by on I mean forward with the plot when we come back. So we'd like a room. Rooms are expensive, and they give you bonuses if you pay a lot. Well, we don't have a lot of money right now. We have 58 coppers. Yeah. So we'll just rest in the common room for 0 coppers. Oh, we're having a dream. Yeah, I mean, it would make sense we dream about all of the nightmarish things that happen to us. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Yeah, that tree freaks me out. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like a moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Yikes. Suddenly her head snaps up and her eyes open and the empty behind him. And they're empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watcher. Ew. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke to the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Yeah, that's a pretty horrifying nightmare. I mean, I'd have nightmares too if I came face to face with that tree. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Alright, looks like we will find the dwarf woman from the dream. And we will also level up. So, that's where we'll leave it for today. And next time, when we come back, we'll save it here. And when we come back, we will level up and continue hunting down the plot and maybe try to solve this whole problem with the miller that they've got going on too. Alright, so I'll talk to you later and we'll catch up with Arienne again soon. Bye!